Hello everybody and welcome back to my Dark Souls playthrough. Last I left off, I went through the whole entire Four Kings area and upgraded my Uchigatana to the highest level. After that, I knew I wanted to do something, and that's why I stopped myself right here, but I forgot. Oh, I was talking about going and killing Sif. But, instead of that, even though I got lucky and had one of those Dark Wraiths drop the Titanite slab. I know not anybody following this will be that lucky. So I thought I would show how to get back to the Undead Asylum and then pick up your own Titanite slab. It's pretty easy. And sorry for the screen shake that's probably gonna happen. Apparently something's messed up with OBS recording and this elevator right here that sometimes it'll cause the whole entire recording to start shaking while the elevator's going. And then we'll pop. Okay. Another thing that I'll end up grabbing over here once I get to the Undead Asylum is a ring that people normally pick up that makes it so going through Blighttown, walking through that water that slows you down, is completely easy because it doesn't restrict you at all. You just lay here and eventually the crow will pick you up. I wonder if it gives any indication that the crow's coming. I don't know if I remember it taking that long, but yeah. You sit there long enough and a cutscene shoots, crow comes, and off you go. And we've basically already seen this cutscene in reverse, so I'll just skip it. And bam. Crow built a nest here while we were gone. And there's new enemies that weren't here before. I always wonder what these are supposed to be, and I mean, I guess that's a lie, but seeing them now, thinking about it, that they just pop up and they have torches, maybe there's some type of watchman that after you escape are kind of watching around for any other prison breaks or asylum breaks. I feel like I'm in pretty good position, so I'm just gonna drop down right away. You step there, the floor is weak from the previous fat bastard jumping down, and oh look, there's another one. He does his area of effect attack. You basically just always want to be behind him and not too close to him when he slams his weapon down like that. Because I think they did make the circle much clearer in the new edition. Because I remember that circle being a lot harder to accurately judge how far away you can be. This guy's pretty weak to bleed in the first place, so my Uchi's just gonna tear through him like paper. I remember the first playthrough I watched before the dude had his Uchigatana at a point where it was actually doing damage. He was using the Drake sword, the tail, and this fight was miserable with that weapon. That weapon did no damage to the second asylum demon. Also, this place fills up with knights, so I wonder if after you escape. Literally, a whole entire search party gets dropped down to investigate your disappearance. I don't have any other way to describe why all these enemies would pop up after you leave. I can hear someone moving. OMG, it's Oscar. His body fucking disappears. I don't agree with this one bit. His body disappeared. There's no way he disappeared into motes of light, and they're gonna tell us his ass is back as an undead hollow. That's some BS. Oh fuck, I thought he was at the position of the old archer, not right there. God. I almost had my head fucking busted. Really unlucky haul too. All of them only drop chunks and nothing else. It's a little disappointing. And then before I forget, I did say I would go grab that ring. That makes it easy to walk through water. Even though I don't think there's any more portions of this game where I'm gonna need it. All the other Undead Hollow have kind of disappeared. I think that's an oxymoron. I think Undead Hollow. I think you just call them Undead or Hollow and they both mean the same thing. But yeah, all the ones that don't attack you have disappeared, and then all the ones that do attack you are just still there. And there's one more sword and board guy. We opened that door with the key that I picked up at the top of that, I don't know, church. It's right next to the area where the bird picks you up. That gap you should be able to jump through. I don't agree with it. And that's basically the whole entire area. The big demon out down there, the bunch of Dark Knights, the ring, and then the peculiar doll if you're planning on going into the painted world. I think this is true of most Dark Souls players, but after I get to this point of the game where you have to go and kill all the lords, I should have died there. That was a death 100%. But as I was saying, once I get to the point of all the lords and having to collect their souls, the game kind of becomes a slog.
Oh, well, as always.
The game's actually, in my opinion, more enjoyable up until that point.
Goodbye then.
But I've started this, so now I've got to complete it. Or I feel like completing it. So I think I'll start with the Four Kings because they're kind of the quickest to get through. I can kind of just go and kill Sif and then turn around, go through the area that I've already cleared out, fight him. I think because I still haven't bought the key off Andre, that the door to the Forest Covenant isn't going to be open still. So I think I have to go around the long way where the Hydra was. And I think I have to fight those 3 black cats that suck. And are just no fun. That's one enemy that I've never really taken the time to deal with real well, so that fight I mostly just stick to the tree line and have them crash into the trees and then kill them while they can't really fight back. I think I might even cut this one short and begin the next episode on the fight with Sif. Maybe make things a little bit more cinematic. Don't know why I use that word. I'm not going to edit anything, so cinematic's the furthest this episode's going to be from anything. The most effort I'm putting into this until I have better equipment is I'll try and make sure that the gain isn't all fucked up and the audio doesn't sound the worst until I get a new mic. That's a far-fetched idea. While I was watching one of my recordings, I usually watch everything with my headphones, and I was trying to mess with my actual sound systems and everything. So I was listening to through the speakers on my TV that's hooked up to my PC, and I realized if you're not wearing headphones, you probably can't hear me speak at all. Which is a shame, because that might alienate any people who first happen upon my channel and think that there's no commentary. This is not my preferred method, but I didn't feel like turning back around and getting the key from Andre. Also trying to make a concentrated effort not to breathe as much into the mic, just because I know through the nature of it being a headset mic and it's not that great, that it's picking up every little noise and that you guys can kind of hear my breath anyways. So when I take a deeper breath, I'm trying to try and direct it away from the mic. Took me a long time to realize this was even a thing. Most of the time I would go the path where the stone armor is and get to Sif that way. Ooh, he definitely touched me, but I guess invincibility frames are invincibility frames are invincibility frames are invincibility frames. That wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I really thought I was gonna get mobbed down way more than that. Oh. Okay, I thought the mushroom dude was running at me. Okay, yeah, there are 3. I knew it. I thought there were only... I tricked myself, I knew there were 3, but then I didn't see the 3rd one. Oh god. They started going downhill fast. Oh, no, 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 no. Please. So close. Okay, there we go. was not expecting that. I thought he was behind me. I didn't realize he had reared up again. I don't think these guys drop anything, so even offhand, it'd be cool if they did drop like some sort of trinket, but that's kind of wishful thinking. I'll actually go grab one of my favorite sets of armor, even though I don't think I'm gonna wear it at all. I'm not even gonna deal with those dudes. They may be slow, but they accidentally punch you once. That shit hurts like hell. You can't even see the cat hovering out the window. Sort of strange. Yeah. This is one of my favorite sets of armor. And I wish they had made more. I guess they did add some equipment in the DLC, but I wish they had made more equipment that went along the lines of this type of stuff. I think that just looks really cool, even though it's heavy as shit. Ooh, and your heavy roll. I thought the black iron set would be heavier than this. But I do suppose this is made out of, or should be made out of actual stone, just like Havel set. Yeah, that's definitely stone. Okay, screw starting the next episode on a boss fight. I think I'm just gonna take Sif now. Also, take a good look at this. If anybody's familiar with the DLC, you run from an area that looks remarkably like that, and then you have the path to that side, and nothing to that side. And then, when you go through these doors, you have a whole entire graveyard area for Artorias. This, I think, is supposed to look like that area when you straight come out, when you defeat the first boss and you talk to the Elizabeth mushroom. But I swear to God, this looks nothing like that. And it sure as hell doesn't look like the area of the Colosseum where you kill Artorias. I'm gonna let this scene play out because Sif is best boy. And he doesn't deserve what he gets. Sif's fur isn't looking too good though. Oh crap. Oh, he hits hard. Okay. Maybe I won't kill Sif this episode. Yep. I thought that second sword swing would go right over me. But it did not. So on that note, I think I'll start the next episode at the beginning of that fight. But as far as the video goes, I'm done for now. Bye.